Many people enjoy traveling solo, but there are so many who would rather go in a group or with their family and friends. Where should you stay for the best experience and how much do costs vary? In this video, I'll address all your solo travel accommodation concerns. Are hostels safe and worth it? Do you have to share bathrooms? Plus, tips on keeping yourself and your stuff secure while staying at a hostel. Let's dive in. I traveled to over 50 countries and experienced all kinds of accommodations, from Airbnbs to luxury hotels to budget hostels. I've got a framework to help you choose the best accommodation for your trip. And I'll share a trick to always get the best price. First, the most important part. The decision depends on several factors, including how many people are in your group, what continent are you going to, and how familiar are you with that city. Are you looking to save money or splurge a little? Are you carrying expensive electronics or other valuables? Would you be staying indoors, or you'll be out almost all day and just come back to sleep? Are you a clean freak or a survivor? How flexible are you? Living in a hostel, I use hostels on most trips because they give me a chance to meet new people and find out about most local activities easily. When I traveled to Buenos Aires, I didn't know anyone there, and my knowledge about the city was limited to what I gathered from YouTube and TripAdvisor. I wanted to meet people and join activities, so I chose Viajero Hostel in Santelmo. What a beautiful room! However, I was carrying expensive gear like cameras, drones, and even my Apple Vision Pro. Since Buenos Aires isn't the safest place, I needed to balance safety with social interaction. Also, I run a software company that helps customers solve problems using technology, and there are other startups that I've invested in. That means hopping on to a Zoom call while I explore these new places. Sometimes I have to record a video while traveling, so I decided to book myself a private room at a hostel. If you're traveling with someone, often a private room for two is only slightly more expensive than booking 2 beds in a dormitory. You get the privacy and your own bathroom in most hostels for a private room, so the price is worth paying. Viajero Hostel was lively, beautiful, and very helpful. Staff at the front desk spoke English.
We have the VIP tickets, and we're gonna have a party bus that is going to pick up us here, and then we're going to crash.
It also had tons of activities planned every single day.
Now I'm going for a Delhi tour. This is provided by the hostel and it's free. So we're going to just go around Santelmo area and do the tour. So this is the tour that we're going to go to. And then there's the dance class.
Immediately after I arrived, there was a free Delhi tour, and that gave me a chance to enjoy the surroundings safely and to also make some new friends.
Hey, what's going on, buddy? Nice to meet you.
I also asked my team to ghostwrite some messages on Instagram and even go swipe right on profiles on Bumble and Tinder so I can meet some local people.
Lorena is local here. She was born in Palermo and she lives around here, and she was very kind, and so that I don't get robbed like I did in Brazil, she decided to come with me to show me around her beautiful city.
This hostel offered a variety of activities, including morning yoga classes, evening live music, free pasta in the afternoon, empanada making classes, group tours to local concerts, and much more. They even had a WhatsApp group where I could exchange currency at a blue dollar rate. I'll explain what blue dollar rate is and how you can save money on currency exchange later in the video. Or you could watch my video explaining how I made money on the blue dollar rate in Argentina with the link down in the description. You might ask, why do I prefer hostels or Airbnbs or hotels? As someone who's traveled for work over years, I've stayed in top-tier business hotels and 5-star chains. I find these clinical and dreary because they offer almost no space for personal interaction with fellow travelers. As for Airbnb, it offers flexibility and options to cook for yourself if you travel as a family. But it makes a solo traveler more alone.
This is a confession. Who says traveling is fun? It's not. Well, it can be, but you have to be in the right state of mind and just be like willing to try things, chill, and then like solo travel, like you have to plan everything yourself, and that is too much work.
As most are a part of condos or residential communities. Now keep in mind that not everywhere in the world the hostels would be a good option, but in most places, if you're unfamiliar with the city, it helps to stay at a hostel. After enjoying 1 week at this hostel, I discovered from the front desk and the posters on the wall of the hostel that there's a ferry ride that I could take to get to Uruguay in just 1 hour. And I could book this ride by paying cash at the front desk. They gave me the best tips to get to the ferry terminal and offered a lot of useful information for this trip. In fact, they booked me into this local Viajero hostel in Montevideo at a discounted rate, which took off the stress of finding another accommodation. After returning from Uruguay, I decided to book an Airbnb for 2 nights. I only booked for a short time because I wasn't sure about the internet connection. After contacting the host and enjoying my stay, I decided to extend. This was generous and very helpful. But you should keep in mind that sometimes apartments are booked and you might need to find alternative accommodation at short notice. If you need something immediately, consider choosing instant book option at Airbnb, even though it might cost you a bit more and offer limited choices. When is it good to get a hotel? Sometimes hotels have occupancy and many 4 or 5-star hotels reduce their prices for certain dates, and it comes at prices even cheaper than Airbnb or private rooms at a hostel. Also, if there is a special occasion or you have a date lined up, then hotels can provide an elegant option for a stay. Getting the best rate. In Argentina, it's beneficial to use cash and take advantage of blue dollar rate. Here's why. Due to inflation, confidence in Argentine pesos has decreased. While the government sets an official exchange rate around 865 pesos per dollar, you can't exchange pesos back to USD at that rate. Most locals prefer to accumulate dollars to protect against inflation. The blue dollar rate, similar to the black market rate, can be obtained at legitimate cambios that are the official currency exchange houses, as well as some high-end restaurants and grocery stores. And while booking your stay for a hostel or a hotel, I will give you the trick for getting the best rate. Once you know where you want to stay, a hostel or a hotel, you can just Google the name of the place and check the availability and which aggregator website is offering the best price. Usually one of Agora, Priceline, TripAdvisor, or any other local website would be the cheapest. You can book the basic room and then try to ask the front desk to upgrade you to a higher floor with a view and a balcony. Sometimes they might, and other times there may be a small extra fee for that. Another trick that I've tried is to call the hotel or hostel directly. I use Google Voice for making that call, or sometimes they have a WhatsApp number. Many times you can get a better price than booking online. This is especially true in Argentina, where you'll want to exchange your money and pay in cash. Let me summarize all we've learned in this video about choosing a hostel, hotel, or Airbnb while traveling. So, choosing accommodation. Consider group size, destination, budget, safety, and cleanliness when selecting accommodation as a solo traveler. Hostels, great for socializing, budget-friendly options, and with shared or private rooms and communal activities. Safety and security. Opt for accommodations that offer a balance of security and social interaction, especially when carrying expensive gear. Local engagement. Use social media apps and dating apps to connect with locals for cultural experiences and safety. Activity participation. Join hostel organized activities for safe, enjoyable ways to explore the local culture and meet fellow travelers. Flexible accommodation. Switch between hostels, hotels, and Airbnbs based on your needs, such as work requirements or social plans. Financial tip. Take advantage of local knowledge for better currency exchange rates, like the blue dollar rate in Argentina. Booking strategies. Compare prices across platforms and consider contacting accommodations directly for potential upgrades or better deals, especially when paying with local currency. Choosing the right place to stay made my South America adventure comfortable. I've taken on a weight loss challenge, Patagonia hiking trail, and experienced both highs and lows in this journey. Did I shed the extra pounds that I wanted to? And how can you plan a vacation that is fitness-centric? Find out in this video on my channel.